Hey guys, just wanted to make a video on the power of coding, and especially now, even just vibe coding with a decent or pretty good understanding of the framework and like all the methods that you're working with. So this is going to be kind of a simple example, but one of the indicators I've created is going off of swing highs and swing lows, and it's finding swing highs and swing lows that are within a certain proximity, a user input proximity of each other, and then plotting those as SR levels. So you can see here, these are all plotted based on these settings. So for example, the higher the strength, the less line it's going to show, but you can see this is a solid support resistance. You can see we have support here, resistance there, and whatnot. Same thing here, support, 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 support. So these are significant swing levels that are within a certain proximity. The lower, obviously, the more levels there's going to be, but a lot of these are going to be very clean. But there's really just so much you can create through coding. Another few examples, these ones I created without any help of AI. A lot of the other ones I kind of vibe coded and corrected on my own. But for example, this one that shows trade bubbles, I'm going to put the filter to 1 just so that we can see all of these. So you can see it's showing all the trades. It's highlighting any trades over the extreme. So you can see here it's 10. We can also have it make a sound when we have an extreme amount of volume. I actually deleted these files, so I can't really show that. So I don't have anything in my downloads folder anymore, essentially. But also created this, which is a higher time frame overlay, and then so these two I created on my own just through um, studying the SDK documentation, studying how to code in Java for about 2 weeks or a week and a half. I created this. But then I've created a lot of stuff after that just through vibe coding. It's really not that hard. For example, this one based on Delta. I ported over something someone created from Sierra Chart. One of my friends, GC, created a indicator that pulls from Forex Factory to get news events. So you can see these are all the news events. This is without any filter. It shows a line on the high impact ones. It's not completely perfect, but you can see it highlights pink going into these news events here, here, and here. So it's just something nice to have to show the news. But there's just so much stuff you can create. For example, I started creating this. I don't have the higher version, so I can't access in the SDK my account balance. So this is just simulating a fake account balance. And I just wanted to show the distance to loss limit, distance to target here. So it's just simulating that. So it's saying that it hit the loss limit there. And also, I replicated how Sierra Chart does the footprint kind of for coding. So I kind of coded my own. So you can see here, I created a indicator that will show when we have exhaustion. So when we have a certain user input amount of successive zeros at the top or the bottom of the bar. So you can see here, I have it set to 3. I have this look back period. Change this to 20 so it shows more. So this is highlighting also anything that's over 500% ratio. We can lower the ratio, for example. That's going to give a lot of signals. A lot of these are signaling because of low volume. So to combat that, I put a volume difference filter. So if we put this to like 20, now we're only going to get these areas that have more volume, and since this is overnight, obviously it's not going to show as much since most of the ratios were triggering just because of low volume. But you see we have this exhaustion here, printing here, here, and we can change how many successive zeros it needs to trigger. So if we want it to be 4 or 5, now we can see none of these are triggering. This one's triggering since it has enough successive zeros. But there's really just so much you can do through coding. once you know how to do this, it's really not as hard as you would think. But I just wanted to kind of showcase all the stuff I've created and how easy it is. If anyone has any ideas of something they want coded, you can email me, unfinishedtrade@gmail.com, and I can help you create it. But that's pretty much it.